Man, sometimes you feel like you're overworked, and heck, most of the time you feel like you're overworked, and all these tasks you got in front of you, and man, it just keeps piling up. I mean, how am I going to get all this work done? Engineering is not easy. It's like all these projects seem easy to do at first, but boy, when you get into it, it's just more and more stuff. I mean, how do you do all of this? Well, I don't know, but we have a design team with us. You're an engineer, probably a project engineer, and maybe even a project manager. So you have a design team. How about delegating some of that task over to them and let them take over some of that work? And we're going to talk about exactly how to delegate on your design team. As engineers and managers, probably one of the hardest tasks for any of us is to delegate certain responsibilities that we have over to other individuals on our team. As the leader of your team, you're responsible for everything that happens within that team. And to delegate things off to other individuals at first, it's kind of hard to do because you still want to watch over what they're doing. You micromanage sometimes, and it's really a trust factor more than anything else. But over time, you start to learn that delegating is one of your best tools because it does multiple things for you and for your team. We're going to discuss 5 reasons why you should delegate off some of those tasks to your design team and make it a whole lot easier for you. The first reason to delegate some of those tasks off to your team is for helping your team to grow and for personal development. When you delegate these tasks off, they begin to learn how to do other things besides their own jobs that they're doing. A simple task like saying, can you take care of writing this letter for me? Here's several templates that we use that are very similar. If you can use those and write this new letter for me, you would save me a whole lot of time. Well, obviously, they would love to do that for you. It gives them kind of a break from what they normally do. And at the same time, they get to learn probably a little new skill. Writing technical letters is not all that easy, and it's not quite like writing a personal letter. So for many people, when they first pick up writing a technical letter, it's a little foreign to them and they kind of stumble. So if they have a couple examples to go by, well, it makes it a lot easier. They may take a little longer than you to do it, but over time, as they continue to write those technical letters, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, eventually they start getting better at writing those technical letters, and it becomes where they do it just as fast as you can write one. So that's one of the reasons for delegating, is that it helps them grow in their career. It helps them in their personal growth also. And sooner or later, those same individuals may be having your job so you can have your boss's job. The second reason for delegating is that it increases your influence and your productivity. If you try to do all the work yourself as an engineer, sit down, do all that CAD work, write the reports, do all the studies, do all the analysis, do all the calculations, well, there's a limit to what you can do. You can only do so much within 24 hours. You got to sleep, you got to eat. You might have to drive to and from work or to and from your client's office or to a county place. Well, once you take all that into account, there's not much time left in the day, and there's only so much you can do. With a design team, you can delegate things off to them, and now you've multiplied your productivity. You can do more projects. All you got to do is take from your production team their design work, and you sit down and then redline it off, and then hand it right back to them to fix it. Well, you can do that 4 or 5 times more than what you can do the project yourself. So delegating helps you to increase your team's productivity. Third reason for delegating, it makes you an attractive leader to work for. In other words, people get kind of tired doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you sit down and all you do is calculations on elevations, day in, day out, day in, day out, on a grading plan, and you become the expert grading plan guy, after a while, it gets kind of boring and tedious. And if you're really good at what you do, it kind of makes you where you disengage from doing it after a while. You just kind of go through the motions. But if you have a leader that is delegating off tasks And he's not only letting you do those grading plans, but also he may say, hey, would you like to do a utility plan also? So now you get to do something a little different. Maybe, why don't you do my traffic plans for me? Now that's something a little bit different. Maybe in those grading plans you're drawing, would you like to also maybe work on some maybe analysis, some hydraulic analysis that I'm working on? I can show you how to do. All these things add interest now. Now your best employees are getting a little more excited. They find that they can do some more things besides being pigeonholed into one thing. They get to do several things. I was lucky in my career. I was able to work on all kinds of different things from a small firm. So I became a very rounded engineer. I can do anything from traffic engineering, to hydrology, to utilities, to profiles, all kinds of things I learned to do. Because of a small company, we all had to multitask in a lot of different areas. Whereas larger firms, everyone gets kind of situated to a single area, and so they have to move around within the firm in order to get other experiences in other parts of engineering. So that's exciting for an individual that works on a team. They get to grow, and they love working for leaders that like to share those tasks with them and teach them more things about engineering. So that's the third reason for delegating, is that it makes you a leader that people want to work for. The fourth reason for delegating is that it boosts your own reputation as a leader. Once you become a leader that is known to have a great reputation, someone who teaches their teams on how to do more than what they're hired for. In other words, if they teach their individuals on the team to personally grow in their career, people want to work for that type of a leader. And so many people will be scrambling to try to get to your team, but your team can only take so many people, so you get to pick the best of the crop. Now, you have a great team. Everyone's happy. They like staying there. They like working for you because they know they're going to get a lot of interesting projects, a lot of interesting tasks. And so that makes them excited. It makes your team very productive. They do things quicker and faster than other teams may have. And then not only do you get a great reputation within that company, but other companies hear about you also because those individuals talk to their friends which work for other companies. So your reputation grows throughout the community as someone who is an effective leader that gets the job done very quickly, and they do it by delegating a lot of their tasks off and training their people to do more things and become more valuable to the company. The fifth and final reason for delegating off a task and lighten your load so that you can do more work is that it frees you up to do bigger things. If you're delegating off tasks and various things, you're actually training the people below you. And eventually one of those individuals will be highly qualified to take your position. If you don't delegate off tasks, you try to do everything yourself, you create a role within your company that only you can do. No one else can do your job. And so that means they can't promote you. If they can't promote you, you are stuck right there, okay? And the people below you, they can't get promoted to your position because you're blocking them. So they have to move to some other team or some other place or some other company. That makes unhappy people. So you want to be where you can get promoted to the next position. That frees up your spot so other people can take your position. So there you have it. 5 reasons to delegate. You're delegating to help your team to grow and to make them able to do more things than just working on the CAD machine. But they can do other things within that design team. And eventually they'll grow enough to where they can get promoted and even take your position someday. It also, delegating helps you too. It frees up your time, allows you to do other things that are needed, that the company needs you to do. Also, it frees up your time so that you can take on a bigger thing, like maybe getting promoted out of your current position and into a higher level position. Also, by you delegating, you help your company. You help your company by developing a high reputation of very happy employees, very satisfied employees, people that love to stay at the company and for long term, and the company has a higher retention rate, all because you're delegating tasks to the people in your team. So if you want to know more about project management and see more of our videos, please go down below and subscribe to our channel. Also hit that bell down there, and that will allow us to notify you every time we upload a new video. Also notice over to the side here, there's another video on project management and project engineering. Please go ahead and see it and learn a little bit more. So until the next time, keep on growing, keep on learning on how to be a better engineer and a better manager, and we'll see you in the next video.